Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Wednesday, May 18th, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, we'll be taking a quick look back at yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about my core picks for today for the FanDuel main slate, and then going over to my article from WeBetATS.com, talking about the top stacks for the main slate as well. But without further ado, we'll get started with a recap of yesterday's picks. First off, we are going to start off at the pitcher position with Jose Barrios, $7,200, ended up with 43 points. He was a hit yesterday and actually was the top overall pitcher on the slate. Like I was saying yesterday, kind of been an up and down year for him, hoping for 36 to 40 points. He kind of blew that out of the water with 43 and was the top overall pitcher, so a great hit right there. Then at first base, we had $4,000 CJ Cron. 25.1 points. He was a hit. He was the second overall first baseman on the slate. The top guy was Yuri Gurriel, who was in my cheat sheet as well. So if you ended up on both of them, somehow you did really well in that regard. Then we had Jose Altuve, $3,500. Got to 9.2 points. I did give this a hit. Anything that's above 9, unless the player is over $4,000, is just going to be a hit in my book. So pretty solid day for him, as well as Alex Bregman, his teammate, $3,700. Also got 9.2 points, so I did give him as a hit as well. Then last but not least, we had Rafael Ortega, $2,300, starting to hit a little bit better, had some decent history. First JT Brubaker in the Pirates yesterday, but unfortunately was a miss as he had 0 points yesterday and went 0 for 4 overall. Just kind of unfortunate, but 4 out of 5 yesterday. Pretty solid day overall, especially with the top pitcher on the slate once again. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to my picks for today. So we are going right back to that Toronto pitcher going against that Seattle offense that's not the strongest at this point in time with Kevin Gausman. Averaging over 42 points on the season, $9,800. Can't say too much here. He does have decent history versus these Seattle hitters as well. Then at first base, we're going with Jared Walsh, $3,100. He's averaging just under 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He is 3 for 3 versus Dane Dunning, the starting pitcher tonight for the Texas Rangers, so could be some pretty good upside there as well. Then we move down to third baseman Josh Donaldson. Hopefully he does a little bit better than last time he was in my core because that was kind of a disappointing day. $3,200 though, averaging just over 9.5 fantasy points per game on the season. Been starting to hit the ball rather well. And he's 5 for 10 versus Jordan Lyles in his career, so could be some decent upside there as well. Then we move down to outfielder Ian Happ, $3,300. So last night when I was doing my research, he looked pretty good because Mitch Keller was the projected starter, even though it was rumored he lost his rotation spot. But if Mitch Keller was starting, he was 7 for 13 with 2 home runs versus him. Looks like it will be Rosnani Contreras at least starting this game today for the Pirates. Probably doesn't pitch more than 3 innings. So we could still see some Mitch Keller in action after him today or somebody else in the bullpen. So still a spot that I would like to attack with Ian Happ, averaging over 9.5 fantasy points per game on the season and had a pretty solid start to the season. Then last but not least, we have Eli White, who's just been playing a lot for the Texas Rangers, been batting leadoff, been hitting the ball rather well. $2,100, pretty good value pay down spot there. Averaging just over 6 fantasy points per game on the season, but like I said, kind of turning it on a little bit more as of late. He has no history versus Shohei Ohtani, so it's kind of wide open today in that regard. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you have $13,500 remaining. Just under $3,400 per player, so kind of mix and match day. There is some good pay-up options if you're able to get up to them. If you want to pay down at pitcher, you can definitely do that as well. Marco Gonzalez is actually somebody I'm pretty interested in at $5,700, which is quite a big pay-down spot from Kevin Gausman, $4,100. And he's pitched rather well so far this season. You just don't have quite the strikeout upside there with him. And if Toronto's bats get to him via the home run, it could be kind of dangerous. But they haven't hit him too well in the past, so that could be an interesting option as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to my article over at WeBetATS.com and talk about my top stacks for today. You know, it's an 8-game slate, and it's a little bit smaller on the stack side today. I do have the Los Angeles Angels going against Dane Dunning. They have pretty good history versus him, although I am a big fan of Dane Dunning since I am a White Sox fan. I did like what he did when he was in a White Sox uniform. Had flashes with Texas, but he's really struggled against this Angels team overall. Obviously, if you look at the cheat sheet here, there is a lot of Angels players in the cheat sheet today. Then the other one we do have is the Yankees going against Jordan Lyles. Last time they went against him, they scored 6 runs versus him. So pretty good upside there once again today. As I mentioned, we had Josh Donaldson in the core. There's quite a few other Yankees in this cheat sheet as well. But with that being said, these are my core picks as well as top GPP stacks for today, May 18th. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, please be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate. Maybe somebody from my core five, maybe somebody from those two top GPP stacks, or maybe a completely different player that you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. But with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewer, helping you with your DFS, whether it's MLB or USFL. Once again, I do daily MLB DFS videos and then a weekly USFL video. Once we get back around to the NBA and NFL regular seasons, I will be covering those sports as well. And then with that being said, if you're a newer current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.